Okay, this is Charles Tyler at the Charles Tyler Show, coming to you live from LeBron, excuse me. All right, as you can see, got the mountains up here. We got Vigidal right there. Let me just go a little zoom in on Vigidal right there. One of the more popular favelas and the more commercialized favelas. Snoop Dogg and Pharrell did a couple of shots from beautiful up there. All right, and then of course we right now back here at LeBron Beach. This is right between, like I said, Vigidal and Implemima. All right, this is one of the more expensive spots down here in Rio. Okay, all right, now because we don't got all the naked women, I know y'all thirsty brothers out here always complain, where are all the women at? Instead of getting the culturalistic understanding of how living in a city like Brazil, excuse me, not Brazil, but living in a country like Brazil / city like Rio de Janeiro, then it's just not all about the women. See, I've gotten past the women part because women ain't a thing to me down here. I can get a woman every night, you know, different woman every night at that. But me, I'm at an age right now where less is more. Okay, one woman, one good woman is enough for me. All right, so that's the way I look at it. But the thing about it is, living down here, me and my partner here, Raphael, okay, we were just talking about that. It's like guys are so worried about bills and this and that going on in Matrix USA, and they basically miss out on places like this, you know, beach life. This is beach life, okay? Now, I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in almost 2 years now, okay? And even then it was back and forth because I couldn't stand working for somebody else. Because if I had to tell them, look, I need 2 months off or 3 months off because I need to go to Brazil, or I need to go to Thailand, or I need to go anywhere outside the USA, because y'all can only take for so much of the USA. But you allow bills and a job to keep you a slave in the Matrix, keep you plugged into the Matrix.
If you let bills keep you a slave, you will never see life.
You'll never see life.
You'll never enjoy what the world has to offer.
Raphael, how long you been out the Matrix, man?
I would say since 2012.
2012?
5 years.
5 years, imagine that. And what countries you've been to?
I've been over 50 countries.
50 countries.
50 countries around the world.
Around the world.
50 countries.
Now, could you do that with a 9 to 5 job and back in the Matrix?
No, it's damn near impossible because you don't, number one, you don't get that many days off with the majority of the jobs in the States, unless you work in the maritime industry or the oil industry, where you get, you know, where you get enough days off, you know, where you have good rotational schedule. Otherwise, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? A 9 to 5 job, you're not gonna get this type of days off. You know, you probably get 2 weeks a year at the most, or 3 weeks. You know, and even if you work a federal government job, the most you're gonna get a year is 5 weeks a year, depending on the seniority. But I would say not. If you're not in the oil industry or the maritime industry, you're not gonna get enough time off. You know, you got people that work in the maritime industry that they work, you know, rotation schedule, 4 months on, 3 months off. Oil industry, 28 days on, 28 days off. You know, things like that. If you don't have jobs like that, you're stuck unless you work for yourself, unless you're independent. You know, or you have some type of online income coming in. It'll be hard on a 9 to 5 job.
A lot of
9 to 5 job, it's like you only have limited time, so you know you can't really see that much. You can see enough, but not a lot. You know, and you don't have enough time to really soak things in. You know, so I mean,
that's my penthouse right there. Very soon, right there. That's gonna be mine very soon, y'all. All right, don't y'all worry. A couple more trades, and I'll be there.
Everything is possible.
Yes, a couple more online trades and I'll be there. But see, that's the point. You can't have stuff like this thinking that a 9 to 5 job is going to be your salvation. All y'all dudes are hear it all the time in your comments. How much y'all complain about, oh, black women this and black women that. When you leave the Matrix, you not just got to leave the Matrix and the Matrix-minded women,
Exactly.
stateside women.
Exactly.
All right, those AAWs for American women in general. All right? All right, so Tommy Sotomayor is going to tell you to go get yourself a white girl. And I'll say go get yourself a whole lot of more problems. All right? I'm telling you to go get yourself more black men's options. Okay? And where we have an opportunity to see the world. All right? and have more options of women. There are more women. When y'all seen that club, that nightclub that we were in last week, y'all seen the videos for that? All right, what's the name of that nightclub again there, Ralphio?
It was in Lapa. It was So My Samba. It was an event. And they just used that club for that night.
Yeah, So My Samba.
It's like they rented that hall.
Yeah, well, it's in Lapa, and you can see that it was way more women than there are men, even down here especially. Yeah. That's a worldwide trend, okay? That's not just in Brazil. That's all over the place. You know, and you gotta want it, okay? And you gotta surround yourself with positive people. Get positive intake. Stop taking the same old intake that you get from a clown that hasn't been anywhere. Why would you listen to a guy like Tommy Sotomayor who hasn't been anywhere? Okay? Oh, he'll tell you he's been all over the country. Well, in my book, being all over the country, you ain't been nowhere. Okay? The country is not, United States is not the world. I try to tell brothers this. And if they want to change, they want to change things, you got to change your ballpark. You got to change where you live at.
You got to change your mindset, number one. Your mindset, and you got to give yourself a chance to see the world, you know, in your eyes, not in the eyes of other people.
Yes. All right? And I got guys, well, man, I got to come all the way down here to get a woman. Well, it's not about getting the women. That's where motherfuckers fuck up at. They think it's all about getting women. That's that thirsty mentality.
It's not all about getting the woman.
Let me tell you something.
It's all about having your peace and sanity and exploring, and then eventually you might discover a city in certain parts of the world that you might like. You know, it all depends.
And the women will come to you. The right one eventually will come to you too with that.
Just take your time. Don't rush yourself, you know. Give yourself a chance to explore the world. And then after you explore, eventually you're going to meet people. You probably might go through 20 or 40 women before you meet the right one, but you got to give yourself a chance to explore, to experiment. Don't just stay stuck in the same neighborhood doing the same thing over and over. And number one is, like, you got to have confidence in yourself, and the way to develop confidence, it starts with your mindset, and it starts with exploring. If you don't explore, you're never going to build that confidence. Give yourself a chance to see your options first before you settle. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you decide to settle with a woman back home or overseas, but I mean, I highly recommend give yourself a chance overseas so you can know your value. Then when you know your value, you'll see things different, a different perspective, you know? But that's the basic thing about it. Give yourself a chance. Don't just stay stuck in one closet, man. Otherwise, you're gonna be miserable, you know. And if you complain about your life, everything is bad, you know.
The only person who can change something about your life is you.
It's yourself. That's it.
Let me tell you something. I got a friend of mine. I'm gonna leave him nameless. He is so depressed back in the Matrix. The Matrix has got him beaten down. All right. But when we tell him, look, all right, fine, get an airplane ticket. Let's come on. Oh, I got bills. Oh, I got that. Let me tell you something. You always going to have bills. Bills are always going to be here. That's just the way your life goes.
Exactly.
But you can design yourself to where you paying bills from 6,000, 10,000, 15,000 miles away.
Exactly.
You can live your life like this. People think that it's easy for me. It's easy for Raphael.
Not easy.
No. We made it happen. We woke up one day in our lives and said, fuck this. It's time for a change.
If you don't start with a change and you don't implement that change mentality, you're gonna always be miserable. But you gotta think positive. If you think everything is impossible, then your life is gonna be impossible. You just gotta give yourself a shot at exploring. Don't sell yourself short. You know, keep a positive mindset. Nothing is always gonna be easy, but at least give yourself a chance. Try it. It doesn't hurt to try it, you know?
It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to find new places.
Exactly. Just explore the world. Maybe
it's not just about the women.
Exactly. The women will come with the territory.
Yeah, they come with the airline,
exactly.
In my opinion.
Exactly.
Okay.
But that's the last thing that should be in your mind. What you should focus in your mind is, where can I possibly relocate? What places around the world are of my interest where I could maybe relocate?
Especially when I'm tired
of a peace of mind.
Especially when I'm tired of the same old bullshit back in the States.
Exactly.
If you're tired of what's going on in the U.S., if you're sick and tired of what, look, it's just basically saying, oh, I can't stand the U.S. and you're still there, isn't changing anything.
You gotta change it within yourself, man.
Okay.
You gotta plan, and you just gotta plan and and basically start taking trips twice a year, 3 times a year to the country of your choices. Have a bucket list of where you want to go, and eventually you will discover your place.
And the one
Everybody
thing,
has a different place.
The one thing about traveling abroad is when you start really traveling, okay, you'll come across people who will teach you how to live abroad.
Exactly.
All right, you'll come across expats. Remember I did the video, expats versus tourists? All right, Raphael is an expat, a bona fide expat. I am still technically a tourist, but I'm learning from him how to be an expat. I'm preparing myself for life overall, full-time abroad, okay? Because, you know what? After traveling as much as I have, I've been to 5 countries. Brazil's the one that's got a hook in me. And I can't see myself living the next 20 years in the US. I can't see myself living the next, what, 6 months in the US.
Exactly.
Okay? You know, and you got to have the mindset of an expat. Stop thinking like a tourist. Yeah, eventually it comes with time. I ain't going front. You ain't going to jump off the plane automatically. You're an expat.
Exactly.
All right?
It takes a while.
It takes a while. When I first came to Brazil, I was still thinking like a full-time tourist. I thought everything in the U.S. was down here, and it's not.
Exactly.
Okay? Now,
you got, basically, you know, when you come here to Brazil, you come to any parts of the world, you have to come with the mindset. It's not going to be just like the U.S. You have to learn how to adjust. How you adjust by coming with an open mind. You know, but if you come with the negative mindset, oh man, fuck this, they don't have this, they don't have that, you know, it's not going to be a great experience.
I get all them comments all the time.
You have to come and expect the unexpected. And with the unexpected, you have to learn how to tweak certain things, you know?
The sad part about it is, right, I get comments in my videos from certain people, right, and they're always looking for a supermodel. When we went around that, when we were over in Lapa and we were in that club, we had all them guys was up there saying, okay, well, these girls are all right, but where are the super fine, supermodel, this and that? So, look, man, if you come with that shallow mindset,
you might as well stay home.
You might as well stay home and look at a bunch of magazines.
Exactly.
That's as far as you're gonna get.
That's all it is, man. You know, if you come out here with the whole fantasy mindset, you're gonna be disappointed because, like I said, everybody has different tastes. Don't come out here with that fantasy mindset. Come out here with the mindset that you're gonna explore. You're gonna see what's out there for you, and you're just gonna give it a shot. And eventually, everything will fall into places. But it takes time. It takes time for you to actually meet your right woman. But don't focus on just that. Focus on how you're gonna live here. What you're gonna
focus on how your health is. A lot of y'all guys saw me leave, and y'all seen me when I came down to Brazil back in November, okay? And I lost all that weight coming back. Y'all saw me, I was pretty slim. But then I say within the final 2 months of me coming back here, I put on a lot of weight again, without even trying. That's just the matrix and the food that I eat. Now I'm losing that weight again. My legs feel great. I'm eating good food and all that stuff. My health is starting to feel better. Okay, here we done walked. Let me show you how far we walked. We walked from Copacabana. Look at these pretty little girls here. Oh, Miss y'all. We walked from Copacabana all the way through Implemima to LeBron. How many miles do you think that was, man? That's like, if you could see the island way over there.
I would say like 1 mile.
I would say that, you know, the island all the way over there, right? Towards the end.
It's like a mile.
All right, we walked. Okay, mile and a half about, yeah. But I walked it, straight walking, and it was, yeah, you know, and it was nothing. You know, my legs ain't sore, this and that, I ain't tired, and all this.
The most important thing, guys, is number one thing is your health.
Your health.
If you don't take care of your health, you will not enjoy your food till later. You got, you know, it starts with basically, you know, keeping ahead of your nutrition, staying away from processed food. Processed sugar.
Nothing but that in the U.S.
You know, I mean, you gotta, you know, at least in the U.S., you have a lot of choices in terms of buying the good food.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
Know, I'm saying, no, it's cheap. Actually, cheaper. It's cheaper. It's cheaper than over here. You have more options, so there's no excuses on why you're not living a healthy lifestyle. And it comes with not being ignorant and taking accountability of yourself. If you're overweight, you're obese, you have to think about your health. You know, I mean, you go see a nutritionist, a dietitian that can give you advice, that can tell you the foods you have to eat. You don't have to, you can Google it up online. You have the internet in your power, but take care of your health. But I'm telling you, you don't want to come out here with health issues at all. You want to come out here healthy. that's number one.
Fortunately, I came out here. I don't have no real health issues. I'm trying to avoid that. That's why I'm here. Okay? I lose weight very rapidly when I'm down here. All right? I'm nowhere near as big as I was when I got on the plane. Okay? You know, there was some shirts the shirt I'm wearing today, I could not fit until the last week or so. Okay? Because I'm losing weight down here. See, it's more than just the women. It's, you know, the lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle. All right? Because living in the Matrix, we're stressed. We're stressed. Day to day, that 9 to 5, making that money. Okay? And we don't have time for ourselves. We don't have time to reward ourselves. It's always got to be about the mighty dollar. Or we always trying to outshine each other. That's another thing. Okay? Everybody is trying to outshine each other. How much a better car I got or a better house I got. Come on.
And that's a problem. Like
those are all fleeting things that will go away in time.
The thing is, like, with the American society, that, you know, we are brought up in a society that it teaches you that you gotta have the better house, you gotta have the 6-figure jobs, you gotta have the cars, and all you're stuck is in debt, debt. You know, but once once you get off that materialistic mindset and you start exploring the world, you start seeing, oh my God, it ain't all about the materialistic stuff. It's a different world out there. Well, I could live like this.
I tell you what,
in this country,
Raphael, I'm going to hit you with the trolls on my comments, and you counter me back each time, okay, while we doing this. Okay. All right? Man, y'all guys are living a fantasy life. That shit ain't go for everybody. Nobody can live like y'all. Y'all got money, y'all got this, and y'all got that. Okay? We don't got this. We got to go work jobs. I only watch these videos because the pretty girls look good.
Well, you know, let me tell you something. That's a false lie, because number one, you don't have to be a millionaire to live overseas. You don't have to be rich to live out here. The problem is that those guys, they think that you have to make 6 figures to live overseas, and that is false. You don't have to at all. You know, you have to get a, you know, problems with those guys. They never been anywhere, you know, so their mindset is basically stuck in the Matrix USA, that this is what they have to have to live good overseas. That, oh my God, if I'm not rich, I can't live overseas. That's a lie. You know, otherwise you wouldn't see a lot of these Europeans, a lot of these white Americans coming and moving overseas in these countries like Asia or South America, because they know their money goes long in a lot of these countries. They know that dollar to euro goes long.
We're living in the internet revolution has changed the game of how we make money.
Think about it like this: why are all these expats that are retiring, the baby boomers, why are they going to Panama, to Ecuador, Colombia, Thailand, the Philippines? You know, certain parts of Brazil, why are they doing that? Because they know their dollar goes long. Their euro goes long. With their retirement, they live like a king. With that retirement, they cannot survive in the States. Now, that's what they do it.
The thing about
the thing is that most of the time, a lot of brothers, they don't get the memo. The white man is basically telling you, look, man, we living like this overseas. You could do it too, as a brother, right? Because in the expat community, you know, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Asian, whatever, when you're an expat, they all categorize expats, right? So you gotta have that mindset and say, you know what, man, let me explore. Because how in the world, if this guy living in a place like the Philippines, right, in a high-rise condo, he's only paying $300 a month near the beach, what the fuck am I doing wrong, right?
Now, if you can do this in Brazil is, to me, the highest.
It's the highest.
It's the highest. Under the U.S. dollar, it's the highest priced place to live.
Exactly.
Under the U.S. dollar.
That is.
Under countries that where the U.S. dollar dominates.
Especially Rio.
Okay, especially Rio. All right. And if you can do it here in Rio,
you can do it anywhere.
You can do it anywhere in the world, anywhere where the U.S. dollar dominates in the world.
Exactly. You can do it in Southeast Asia.
Now I'm going to hit you with the next troll.
Go ahead.
All right. Look, man. All those women outside there in Brazil, all they want is a white man. They don't want no black man. They want a white man.
Well,
y'all down there paying for prostitutes and hoes, man.
A lot of that shit is false. We have to understand, guys. When you go overseas, every woman has a different preference. You know what I'm saying? Some women like Asian guys, some women like white guys, some women like brothers, some women like them chubby, like them tall. They all have preference. We need to stop going by the Matrix USA standards that, oh, all she wants is a white boy. Every woman has different tastes. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock them. Okay, so what? She only like, if that particular woman likes a wife, jump on the next one. There's 100,000 women around the world.
3 to 1 in Brazil.
You know, and it's so many women that you can pick and choose whatever the fuck you want.
Actually, for a foreigner, it's 26 to 1 in my opinion.
Exactly. So don't let that hinder you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let somebody else's opinion hinder you. Every woman has taste. So okay, she liked the white guy, she liked the Chinese guy. Jump on the next one. One says no. There might be 1,000 that might say yes. Keep it moving.
Especially down here.
That's basically called confidence. A lot of guys don't have that confidence. They don't have confidence in themselves.
The Matrix is beating them down.
Then they spread negativity. When you spread negativity, oh well, all they like is white. That's bullshit. Every woman has different tastes. They have preference. Don't you have preference? What are your preferences? Right? You might like the light-skinned girl, the black woman, the Asian woman. Everybody has preference. My preference is, you know what I'm saying, I like a particular type of woman.
So do I.
You know, and that's all it is. You know,
long-haired
like
Indian,
my dark
Indian tone.
Woman, you know, Indian tone.
And I'll take a fine dark skin chocolate too.
And that's how it is. But we all have preference. You got some guys that like the light-skinned ones, the Asian ones, whatever the fuck you like. But don't let other person's experience influence your mindset. Oh well, man, if I come over here, she ain't gonna like me. No, give it a try. That's his experience. You know, that's his failure. Just because he failed doesn't mean you're gonna fail. You know, so, and that's just basically my best advice is come out here. Anywhere you go around the world, go with an open mind and don't let little things like that hinder your travel.
Here comes another troll. All right? Oh man, y'all dudes are a bunch of simps. Y'all gotta travel 6,000 miles to get a woman. Oh man, I can get a woman here. You know, I don't pay for pussy.
Well, that's a false statement in general. Number one, you know, you have had a lot of guys that have had success with women in the States in general. The thing is, like, most of the time.
But what are you facing in the States? Child support, alimony.
You're facing child support, alimony, and
pussy ain't free.
And sometimes, you know, you face obstacle because, you know, the
crazy
didn't work out. So if the relationship didn't work out, maybe that guy wants to explore the world.
Crazy woman that want to blow your car up.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with exploring the world and giving yourself an option and seeing your value overseas. You know, if some shit ain't working, you gotta fucking do something about it. Take your ass and travel and see what you find out there, you know, and that's about it. But, you know, you can't go, you know, those guys that say that, they ain't been anywhere, number one.
Exactly.
You know, they never been outside their neighborhood, outside their block. They're miserable. They're stuck in one spot. And
crabs in the barrel mentality. That's why they come on my channel and say stuff like that.
You know, they're ignorant and they just don't have that mindset. You know, they don't have an open mindset. If you listen, in the States, you know, basically in America, you know, the rates of divorces are one of the highest in the world because, you know, because of the laws. You know, the women know their rights. They know the laws, and they can use the law against you. You know, you take a lot of chances. I'm not telling you that everything is perfect overseas in that sense, but I would say it's much better than in the States because they have more of a family value.
And the thing about it is, here, like I said before, and because they have the family value, they know that the man is the leader of the family.
Exactly. There in America, you're fighting against the court system. You know, you fighting against too many people. You know, so I will say this, man. Look, if you're in a relationship in America, two brothers, and if it's not working out for you, you know, just let it go. You know, and give yourself a chance to explore the world. You might find something that you like, you know, but don't stay stuck in a relationship that's gonna make you do things that you don't want to do, and then you're gonna create yourself a bigger trouble. If you get free to that, just get free. All you can do is wish for the best of luck. Listen, I wish you the best of luck. I want you to move on. I'm gonna move on, explore the world. You know, and so what if you go through 20 or 30 relationships exploring the world? At least you're giving yourself a chance to find that one that matches you. You know, don't go off the negativity. You know what I'm saying? At all. Period. You know, a simp is a guy that gives you bad advices and that stays stuck in a bad relationship, knowing he's in a bad relationship and spreads negativity. You know, that's a fucking simp in my eyes.
Tommy Sotomayor. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, bad information, no solution, and the same old bullshit chasing your tail. You know what? Someone told me. You know. Oh man, you know, Tommy Sotomayor is holding these black women accountable. Now, you know, my thing is like this. So at the end of the day, by him saying that, is your dick getting wet behind that?
Exactly.
Are you getting any sex behind that? You know, I'm a man. I need a woman. I need my dick wet, you know, every day if I could. Of course, every 24/7.
Look at it like this, guys. You have
a waste of time listening to that motherfucker.
Look at it like this, guys. You have guys that are multi-millionaire in America, right? And they go home with the dicks in their hands every day because Women ain't waiting for them. These are guys that got money. They got status because it's a hassle. A lot of times it's a hassle. And they feel like, fuck, I'm taking a big chances of losses, of this, of that. It's a whole bunch of hassles you take. And a lot of those guys, they're miserable in their own world. You know, most of those guys, when they know there's options, they get their pass when they bounce and they travel. You know, to meet something that with less hassle, we know nothing is going to be perfect to the T, but your chances abroad is better than in America right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they throw a law on you. I mean, I had a friend that, you know, he was stuck with a matrix woman for a while, man. Motherfucker had to pay $500,000 in alimony. You know, total.
Woo!
I mean, and that's,
like I said,
no
pussy
joke,
is
man.
not free.
No fucking joke, man. Alimony, child support, California laws are fucked. You know, I mean, you get fucked in all kinds of ways, man.
The thing about that terminology that, oh man, I get pussy for free and all this other. The thing about it is, pussy's not free. It's how much you pay.
Exactly.
All right, you could pay a little, or you could pay a lot. Your boy is paying $500,000. He's paying a lot.
He paid $500,000, man.
Okay.
You know, and what he tells me all the time, he told me like he would never marry a matrix stateside woman, you know, ever again. After that, and we talking about that shit happened 15 years ago. Yes. 15 years ago, $500,000 was a lot of money. You know, in today's society, it's probably $1 million. You know, so I mean, what that I say is, give yourself a chance. Don't just stay stuck in one stone, man. You know, you guys have access to a passport. You have resources. You have money. You know, you can do whatever the hell you want. Explore, man. Know your worth. You know your worth. Give yourself a chance to see how valuable you are. But you got to value yourself first. You got to take care of your sanity, your health, and your mindset has to be right. You know, that way when you travel the world, you have a better perspective of life, how it is. You know, you appreciate the things you have. You know, and that's one of the best advices I could give you. Don't let people spread negative news. That's their experience. Yes. You know, come experience it yourself. You know, don't look at stuff through the media, through somebody else's experience. His experience might be different than my experience.
We're individuals, and everybody's experience may be different. Now, let me tell you something. To a lot of brothers who came to my beach parties in the past, a lot of them came back with, you know, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them came back with one hell of experience. That's why they keep coming back. We're having another beach party November the 18th through the 20th. All right, this year, 2017. More information is going to be in my YouTube channel and also in my Facebook group, Afro-American Men versus Brazilian Women and Women Abroad, Would You Date? All right, please join our Facebook group. Okay, once again, that's Afro-American Men versus Brazilian Women and Women Abroad, Would You Date? Okay, you know, now here we go again with the trolls. Man, you know, I don't think, you know, this traveling thing's for me, man. You know, I'm having to stay here in the States, man, and do what I gotta do and, you know, stand strong for the black woman. You know, y'all dudes are selling out black women. No women down here ain't black anyway.
So that's a false impression. You know, outside of Africa, Brazil is the country with the most African descendants, you know.
Not the United States. You
know, so, I mean, that's one thing you have to look at. And another thing, too, is like, I mean, for you brothers that want to continue to fight, you go ahead and fight it. You know, good luck. You know, we've been fighting that, what, for over 600 years?
Yeah. What's the score?
What's the score? You know? What is the score? So what that say is...
Especially with Trump president, oh my God.
What I say is, brothers, you know, just wake up and smell the coffee, man. You know, I mean, it's never a win-win situation for us, you know, in general. You know, I mean, you could be happily married, which is a cool thing, but if shit hits the fan, which 80% of the time it hits the fan, guess what happens? You lose. You take L's. Look at all those celebrities, for example, the hits they taken. You know, a lot of these athletes, they take hits, you know, and they're divorced, you know? So what I'm saying is, like, you know, in general, I mean, stateside women in general, like I said, you have your good and bad, but like I said, it's more bad than good because of the way the law is set up, you know?
The law is on their side.
The law is on their side regardless. You go to court, man, 90% of the time, you're already getting fucked over.
You know, there are court cases, right, murder court cases. Let me tell you something, where a guy is convicted of murdering his wife based on the fact that he cheated on his wife. Not the fact they had any proof that he murdered his wife.
Exactly.
All right, but speculational evidence that, okay, well, if he cheated on his wife, he murdered his wife too. That right there is sort of like a feminist idea of things.
Exactly.
All right, but you know what, that's typical in America.
Exactly.
All right, that's typical thinking in America. Now, I always say that the United States is a feminist country. All right, another tool of white supremacy. Exactly. All right, Don't think Donald Trump is going to fix that. That's the biggest fucking joke there is. Yeah. Donald Trump's going to fuck this. I know a lot of dumb motherfuckers out here, and I know y'all listening, okay? I got to call you stupid, all right, because you voted for Donald Trump. After I told y'all the deal, yeah, Hillary Clinton wasn't the best choice, okay? But I wasn't voting for Hillary Clinton because I like her. I was voting for Hillary Clinton because she had my best interest in mind as me being a future expat, Raphael expat, and we all at this point right now till Bitcoin gets more available, okay? Till more cryptocurrency gets more available, the US dollar is our friend when we're living down here. A weak US dollar, which Trump could possibly bring, all right, is going to cripple that, okay? You know,
like I said, you know, I mean, now with this new government in place, you just have to have
all these race. You know, build a whole fucking bunch of ways. How many black people in this cabinet? Oh, David Clark. You can call him black, I think. No, you can't call him
Ben Carson.
black.
Ben Carson, right?
Man, Ben Carson is Uncle Ben. Okay.
Yeah, Ben Carson.
Okay. That's what he got. A bunch of fucking sellouts in his cabinet. The very few, 3 of them, and they're at the low level of his cabinets too. Okay. 2, like I said, all these dudes are telling me, oh man, I voted for Donald Trump because he's gonna get rid of feminism. He's gonna get rid of child support. He's gonna get rid of alimony. Y'all got played again. No, I always said it. The United States is a feminist country, but it's still a man's world.
Exactly.
It's still a man's world out here. All right? Because in some countries, the women know that feminism is going to keep a dry pussy.
Exactly.
All right? And these women down here, they too damn horny to keep dry pussy. So they do what they have to do. I've been in situations in Brazil, and I'm not saying that you should do this, and I didn't even do it either, but my girl told me that if you cheat on me, just make sure you wear a condom. Okay, I was looking for her to say, if you cheat on me, this relationship's over. The more or less, if you cheat on me, just make sure you wear a condom and don't cheat in my face. Show me that respect.
I mean, you know, like any woman.
And I'm not saying that you should do it because...
Like any woman around the world, you know, you have your judges, you have women, they won't tolerate that, you know, but what I'm saying is, you know, that in a lot of Latin American countries...
Where there's a lack of men.
Even in Europe, you know, it's a little bit... You know, they don't trip on it as much as they do in the States, you know.
Because they would rather deal, they would rather deal with some man than no man.
Exactly, you know. But like I say, it's right now the most important thing guys gotta be concerned of their health, traveling, you know, the globe, seeing your options, you know, and making your money and saving and investing it right and looking at opportunities on where you want to have your second home. You know, and America's not the only place in the world. There's plenty of places out there. Right?
Yes,
you know, so
yes. You can find right now the Charles. You can my look. Like I said, I found my paradise for now. Found my spot that I love here in Brazil. All right. I'm not going to say there's so many other places I haven't been to yet. I'm not going to say that Brazil is my last stop. For now, it is.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, but the thing about it is I got out there, I got out the matrix, and I found my niche.
Exactly.
All I ask y'all brothers to do is get your passports and utilize them. This thing started with a dream, an idea, and then finally a reality.
We all have our different places that might work for us, might not work, and eventually you might find your niche. You might find a place that works for you better.
Exactly.
All of this is just discovering your place and traveling and giving yourself an idea. Okay, I can see myself living here in 5 years. I can see myself living here in 4 years when it's all said and done. When I'm retired, when I'm getting ready to call it quits, you know, I can just come over here, settle, have a home base, and I mean, and eventually you'll do it. But you have to have the right mindset, and the health, money to do it, and you have to just stay positive and don't let the little things affect you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't let the little things stress you out, because stress can lead to a lot of health problems, you know. Just focus on the big
picture. Stress is
picture.
killing black men left and right, man.
So,
Charlie Murphy, boom, dead. You know, all these young athletes dying before the age of 50.
Exactly, man. Just,
okay, it's amazing.
It just shows you know that stress is a huge concern now. You know, I mean,
even I'll tell you this right now. There's a video in my channel with Patrice O'Neal on Howard Stern show tell them about paradise in Brazil. Patrice O'Neal should have stayed in Brazil. He probably literally, you know, he's thinking like a tourist. And he didn't realize that he did have enough money to stay here. Right. Had he stayed here, he would have lost weight, he would have been in better health, and he would be living today cracking more jokes.
It's a lack of information most of the time with you, you know, most of the time, like, you know, people don't share information. If you don't know any better, you won't know. Nobody tells you, look, you can live with this amount, and you still, you know, you have the matrix thinking, oh my gosh, I can live, I need this amount of money to live out here. I need to make what I made in the States, and that's not, you know, that's the misinformation that people get.
A little bit of money can get you out here, the most expensive spot, but you know, in the world under the U.S. dollar.
Exactly. And I mean, and then you look at like this, you know, I mean, you have options. If you want to remain a full-time expert, you got places like Thailand, you got the Philippines, you got Cambodia, you know, Dominican Republic, Panama, Ecuador, you know. You have many places out there now. Nicaragua, you know, you have a lot of expat haven. Mexico, you know, it's just all about giving yourself that chance, man. That's all it is, you know. Giving yourself a chance and opportunity, you know, with $2,000 a month, and a lot of countries.
Oh, that's more than enough.
In South America, that's more than enough. You know, if you're single, you know, you live like a king.
$2,000 a month, $500 a week.
You know, in Colombia,
or $400 a week.
Places like Colombia, you live like a king with $2,000 a month. And in Thailand, you live like a sultan. You know, that's enough money because the dollar is strong in those places. Now, you know what I'm saying? So if you could live in Brazil, you know, you basically be able to live anywhere where the USD is strong. You know, and this will be a good head start to your next destination. You know,
yes.
I mean, to your next stop.
Yes.
You know, because that's how it is. You can live in a country for 6-7 years, and eventually you're gonna pack your bags and go to another country. You know, that's part of life in general.
Yeah, you've been out 5 years already, and you've been to what?
Exactly.
Like 50 countries.
You know, so I mean, you know, that's just how life is, man, in general.
Now, I wanna. This is a troll for me, okay? This is a troll for me. Hey man, why don't you go get yourself a better camera, man? The video content you got is good, but you got a camera that's all over the place, man. You know? Hey, oh man. Hey man, why don't you go up to Bahia, man? Why don't you go to this place? Why don't you go to that place? Well, yeah. All right, well, here's the reason why. Okay, and I will say it more as we go on in our next video, but you need a whole, to get the Charles Tyler Show rolling, I could do all that when YouTube was doing our thing. Okay? Now YouTube is playing all the YouTubers. Okay? Alright? Now, at this point, my show needs funding. The funding for 4 years came from me. Okay? Well, and it also came from YouTube. YouTube was paying me. Now YouTube ain't paying me. Now to maintain my show, I'm going to need funding from now my audience. Not much. That's the beautiful part about it. Okay? I'll be opening up a Patreon account very soon. Okay? All I need is 500 to 1,000 Patreons to pay. Only $5 a month to keep the Charles Tyler Show rolling and have me travel, get a better camera, travel all over Brazil and eventually all over the world to give you content, to show you what's going on in this country. Average guy like me, Charles Tyler, okay? Can't do it on my trades alone, all right? My trades are just paying the bill. My trades are paying the bills, all right? But I can't do everything. I'm going to need a little help, and I don't usually ask for help. I usually do it on my own, but now I see how this YouTube game works. Now that YouTube's playing all these tricks on all the YouTubers.
If 1,000 people could donate $5 a piece, that's $5,000, and that's what you could use to buy a better camera. You know, travel.
Better software, content, YouTube software, all that stuff.
Exactly.
I can
provide information that's gonna inspire thousands and thousands of people. You know, especially brothers who actually explore. You know, providing an impact on somebody else's life.
We have we have almost 10,000 subscribers. All right, on my channel. All right, and a lot of guys ask me what they can do. I turned them down in the past because I didn't need it. I always said, keep your money in your pocket. I'm here to give you money. Well, yes, what? Yes, that still is going to be the term, but yes, I still need a little help. For now, we do have a GoFundMe. All right. The GoFundMe is going to be in the description box below of this video. All right. And you can donate to the Charles Tyler Show. Please like and subscribe the video too as well. All right. The more video content, the more my video can get more traffic in YouTube. More people can see what we're talking about, this expat life. Okay. You know, now I'm ready. We got to get ready to sign off here. My battery life ain't working on my little cheap camera.
have a great day, guys, and remember, man, positive mindset.
Positive mindset.
Health, money, and sanity is what counts, and just plan your dreams, and anything will become possible. You know, just stay positive and listen to people that provide positive influence in your life. Always. And remember, give yourself a chance to explore the world. Explore the world, and you might find your paradise. You know, in your own world. And that's about it. That's all I could tell you.
And the beautiful part about it is the world is the black man's option.
Exactly.
Okay? Dude, contrary to popular belief that it's the white man, it's the black man.
Focus more on your finances. Focus more on your plans, because the years go by fast, I'm telling you. 8 years go by quick. If you're 5 years away, 2 years away, what you gotta do is maintain your health and plan your future. You know, that's the most important thing. Planning on where you want to live. That's why you have to get out of your couch and start traveling and start seeing where you want to live. You know, and that's about it. Give yourself a chance. You know, if you have planned to live overseas and you 2 years away or a year away, you better start traveling to the places you want to live in, so you can have an idea how it is. You know, so you can see, so you can scout. Don't stay in your couch if you're a year away and you plan on moving overseas. Visit that country of your choice, and then see how things work out. And take it from there. Have a good day, and see y'all later.
This is Charles Tyler of the Black Man's Option. Like I said, donate today. I'm gonna check y'all brothers later. Oh, excuse me. Check y'all brothers later, okay? All right? Woo. Peace out, brothers.